Hello everyone, and today I'm talking about Proelium Altis. Whether you're a veteran ArmA player or new to the game, this mod offers exciting features. To get started, head over to the official mod page on Steam Workshop. Once you have it downloaded, please check the compatibility mods and DLCs you can add to enhance your experience. When you're all set, don't search for Proelium in your ArmA 3 launcher. You just have to launch the game, opening your home server and find it on the Altis scenarios. Now you're on the selection screen. As you can see, there is 4 slots for players, so you can play it with friends, but the mod is also working if you want to play alone. Next step, taking a look into the settings. The settings allow you to choose your faction depending on which DLCs you activate or mod you are running to. For this session, I will go to the Vanilla NATO faction. Next, you can choose the Guerrilla faction, the Vanilla FIA or the RHS Guerrilla. You can also choose the Civilian if it's Vanilla or with a mod pack. Then choose your level of difficulty and also your level of quality. You have the possibility to enable or disable the AI ally. You can also keep or disable the teleportation features, which allow you to get back to base if you're stuck somewhere. Next, the compass option, if you want to have a little compass at the top of your screen. And finally, if you want the subtitle while interacting with AI. So now we're ready to jump in the Proelium scenarios. You get this little introduction with ArmA 3 Proelium. And then you spawn and you can move inside your compound. As you can see here, there is a lot of AI that you can take with you for your mission. And Proelium offer you a little features that allow you to see what are around you by pressing the T key on your keyboard, seeing what point of interest are around you. Your base in Proelium is always next to the international airport of Altis. Okay, let's head up to the armory to see the arsenal, all the weapon and gear we can have in Proelium. You can find the arsenal into the uniform box by interacting with it. Then you're gonna have access to all the weapon and gear you need to accomplish the mission, depending of course in which faction you are. One key element gonna be the radio backpack, in Vanilla at least. In any other mods you are running, there is always a piece of equipment with a radio. This is really important. I'm gonna talk about this later. When you finish with your gear, go to the command post. Talk to the assistant to save your current loadout. There is 2 slots of loadout. You can, whenever you want, load these actual presets. Okay, now it's time to talk about the radio. If you have the radio backpack, you can turn the radio on by the interaction menu. This allows you to use many supports available in Proelium. Those supports are very useful in many situations, especially when things go wrong. When you use the supports, a marker appears on the map where you click to call the support. And of course the radio features is attached to an equipment, so if you don't have the radio backpack, you can't use the support on the radio. And if you don't want to have the backpack, just take an AI with you with a backpack radio. Then you're gonna still have access to all the supports. Now that I have an AI with me, let's take a look about the AI customization. You can open an arsenal, like for yourself, with exactly the same type of gear and equipment to make the loadout of every single of your AI teammates. And of course, you can save and load a preset. You have the possibility to recruit up to 8 AI to help you in your Proelium mission. And even if you're playing in co-op with friends, you still got 8 AI in total to split into each team. You can also find the journalist. This is a fresh feature of Proelium. You can interact with the journalist who's gonna follow you during the time of your mission. At the end of the day, he's gonna give you extra points or penalties depending of your action on the field. Now it's time for the real thing. Let's move to the command post and go see the commander. You get 3 options with the commander, allowing you to reset your progression, because yes, there is statistic and achievement available in Proelium. You can also skip the time if you don't want to play at certain time of the day, and of course, it's there that you're gonna have your mission. The missions are random and at the number of 4, but the most common one is the patrol village. You can go to the map into your task to see where the mission is set. You can click on the highlight word to see exactly where it is and think about how to proceed. To get on a mission site, you have 2 possibilities. By land, using the vehicle that you have at your disposition, or you have the possibility to go by the air using the chopper at the base. Those ones are driven by AI.
Get in that vehicle.
You just have to get inside the helicopter, then you're gonna have the possibility to mark the position when you want him to drop you. It's creating a LZ marker, then you're gonna have to order the takeoff. In any vehicles in Proelium, even the one you drive, you have the possibility to use some earplug. Then you just have to wait that the travel ends. Meanwhile, you can work on your strategy to do your mission, or just watch your French army friend having PTSD stroke.
Entrez! Entrez!
No! When you're on site, you and your team gonna disembark automatically. And don't forget to remove your earplugs, so you can have a better hearing of your environment. As you can see, there is some visual limitation in Proelium. You can't see further than 1 kilometer. And I know, it seems a bit annoying, but there is a reason behind this. This way you're gonna have to watch your 360 very often to not get surprised by enemy arriving toward you. In Proelium, you can easily see some civilians around, even if it's not on the mission target. It adds more life and immersion to your missions. Now focusing on the mission itself. While conducting a patrol, you're gonna have to talk to civilians. Don't forget to turn on the radio backpack, otherwise you can't control their identity. The ID gonna appear on the right side of the screen, and you're gonna have to compare those information with the wanted list you can find in the spatial section of your map. Of course, always be in alert, because sometimes things are a little bit different. Well, now I can show you how the medical system works in Proelium. If you're all by yourself and you have an AI medic with you, then he's gonna take care of you. If don't, you still have the option to revive yourself. Because I encountered a suicide bomber, the patrol is over. We have to get back to camp now. And you can see all around the sector there is AI who are panicking now, and you cannot interact with them anymore. Also, it happened when you are conducting a patrol, there are some random enemy groups around the sector, and sometimes you can see hostiles surrender. You can of course arrest them, and it's gonna give you extra point at the end of the mission. Please, if you have time, don't forget to verify the body of your enemies and also search into their inventory, because sometimes you can find a document which is a valuable intel who's gonna give you more points at the end of the mission. Also take a look around, because sometimes there are civilians who are taken hostage. Now that I have to return to base, I'm gonna use the radio backpack to call back the helicopter. You're gonna have to mark the LZ again, but you have to find the good spot for it. Then you'll just have to wait the helicopter to arrive. When you and your team are all inside the helicopter, you'll just have to ask the helicopter to return to base. Now that you get back to base, the next thing you'll need to do, you'll have to see the commander to report your mission. By doing this, there is a small time lapse, and then you're gonna see how many points you make and how many penalties you get. And now you're ready for more action. To get into the other type of mission, you can get the defuse the ordnance type of mission, where there is a minefield to clear, and also logistical mission, where you have to upload supplies to a specific point. Those missions can take times. Also, yeah, there is a lot of driving in Proelium, and as you can think, it's pretty common that just nothing happens on the road. And then when you arrive at your destination, you just have to get in the back of your truck and unload it, and it takes times, really long times. And that's it. When you finish, just get back in your truck and drive back to your base. There is mission where nothing bad happened. You could just manage to complete your objective and get back safely. But stay on alert in Proelium, cause you never know when you're gonna get in contact. When this happens, you have to think quickly. You can run away, of course, if you have the possibility, or you're gonna have to fight back. But be careful, because the hostile hits very hard. When those kind of situations happen and you are wounded, you have to manage your team quickly to respond. Take the superiority over your enemies, recover your wounded, and unlucky if it's happened, recover your dead bodies. When you get some dead bodies you want to recover, you can load the bodies inside any type of vehicle. If you are on the field, you can also call the medevac helicopter. You can load inside the bodies and also the wounded if the medic can't revive them. Always be prepared, focused, and ready for action, because the enemy never gets easy on you. This is what Proelium is about. If you have questions or you want to share with the Proelium community, don't hesitate to come on the Proelium official Discord. You can ask anything and you get answer very quickly. You can also play with members of the community, share some screenshots and some video. Everyone here is very friendly. In the end, Proelium Altis is also known by the ArmA 3 community. In the year 2024, it was one of the most popular and played scenario of all ArmA 3. It appears in the community radar number 49 of ArmA 3, under the Com Dev section. It was also be mentioned in the Year in ArmA 3 2024 by Bohemia Interactive in the mods and add-on section. So, come take a look by yourself and see why Proelium Altis is one of the best ArmA 3 scenarios.